13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
A stunning sunrise kicking off what will be a beautiful Wednesday, but we do kick off quite the warming trend as we head closer to the weekend. I'll have all those details coming up.
We're live where investigators say someone shot a 15-year-old that later died. The latest details on the case just ahead.
Plus, 2 deaths in Macon have authorities putting a focus on generator safety, what Bibb Coroner says you normally don't see during this time. An election season heating up as candidates look to gain voter support. Some are taking to the debate stage. Find out when Governor Brian Kemp and David Perdue will face off again. Well, good morning. Happy Wednesday. What a beautiful start to the day over downtown Macon. Just look at the colors in that skyline. The time is now 6:30 on this April 27th. I'm Caitlin Heck. Let's start off with a look at your forecast. Hopefully one just as beautiful as that sunrise, Courtney.
That's right. Yeah, and it will be. Today is going to be spectacular. After a very humid day yesterday, today will have a very different feel to it and a different look as we won't have a rain and storm chance in the forecast for today. 49 right now in the city of Macon as the sun starts to rise, and like we said, a beautiful sunrise at that. Not only is it cooler, but that humidity is lower, so it's feeling just wonderful out there. You'll probably need a light jacket though as you step out the door. Now, if you're north of Macon, you are cooler. You're in the mid to upper 40s. We're at 46 in Monticello, 48 in Forsyth, and 47 in Roberta. The further south you go though, you are slightly warmer. You're in the low to mid 50s in places like Cochrane at 55, same in Unadilla, and 57 in Dublin. That cooler air just hasn't quite filtered in, and that is evident in our 24-hour temperature change where we're 21 degrees cooler in Thomaston, but only 3 degrees cooler than this time yesterday in McRae. Through the day today though, we will all end up cooler than yesterday. Highs will rise into the upper 70s, near 80. Lots of sunshine, a breeze, low humidity. It's going to be beautiful, but unfortunately we will head into quite the summer-like pattern as we head into the weekend. That means warmer temperatures and higher humidity. I'll have all those details for you in a few minutes.
Thank you, Courtney. Right now, a teen is dead after a shooting outside a sports store in Macon. Our morning reporter TJ Anthony joins us live from the Academy Sports on Eisenhower Parkway with the latest details. So TJ, what do we know so far about the case?
Caitlin, it was in this parking lot that the Bibb County Sheriff's Office says someone shot a 15-year-old. Coroner Leon Jones just released the name of the 15-year-old, which is Tavis Williams. The 911 call center got a call from around 10:30 last night about what was going on that night of the incident. Take a look at this video from actually last night. Now, the shooting happened outside of the Academy of Sports, but the Sheriff's Office says someone found the teen around a mile away in the parking lot of the Southwest High School. Medics took him to the hospital where he later died. We do not know what led up to the shooting, or we do not know who is actually responsible. That are details that the Sheriff's Office is still investigating. Live in Macon, TJ Anthony, 13 WMAZ News.
Thank you for that update, TJ. And if you have any information on the case, you can call Macon Regional Crime Stoppers. The phone number is 1-877-68-CRIME. Again, it's 1-877-68-CRIME. And we'll continue to follow the latest developments with this story and update you on air and online as we learn more.
And I just can't describe the pain because I still don't think it's real.
Those are the words coming from a woman who just lost 2 family members. And now Bibb authorities are sounding the alarm about generator safety. The Sheriff's Office says yesterday morning, someone working on a home on Ponce de Leon Circle found the bodies of Nashira Brown and 15-year-old Nasir Reagan inside. Bibb County Coroner Leon Jones says authorities suspect they died from carbon monoxide poisoning because the generator was running inside the house. Brown and Reagan just moved into the home on Monday from Philadelphia.
Most of the time incidents happen like this, it's in the wintertime. People are using generation for heat, not during the hot days like we're having.
Carbon monoxide is an odorless and colorless gas that comes from fuel-burning appliances like generators, furnaces, and gas stoves. Jones says there was no carbon monoxide detector in the house. The suspect in a Wilkinson County murder case is now back in Georgia following his arrest in Florida. 34-year-old Jordan LeMaster recently made his first court appearance and is now in the county jail. He faces 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault. Those charges come after the deaths of his aunt and uncle, Pamela and Ricky Williams, in a home in Gordon. The city's police chief, Mike Hall, says the GBI's autopsy shows the couple died from stab wounds. Investigators say LeMaster stayed with the couple for several months before their murders. Yesterday, friends and family held a funeral for the Williams. Now to news from across the state. A grand jury has formally accused a former University of Georgia football player of rape. The jury delivered its indictment against ex-UGA linebacker Adam Anderson yesterday. Athens-Clarke County Police launched an investigation in November of last year after a 21-year-old woman reported the rape. Anderson will be back in court for his arraignment in June. His attorney says he plans to plead not guilty to the charge and will fight to clear his name. DeKalb County Superintendent is now out of a job. The Board of Education voted yesterday to approve a separation agreement with Cheryl Watson-Harris, effective immediately. The news comes after State School Superintendent Richard Woods issued a letter Monday scolding the DeKalb School Board for not taking swift action to improve conditions at Druid Hills High School. Videos from students went viral over the past few weeks after they exposed mold, a sewage leak, and crumbling walls at the school. The DeKalb School Board has already voted on an interim superintendent following Watson-Harris's termination. They chose Vincent Tinsley, who previously served as Deputy Superintendent of Student Support and Intervention in the district. Well, after about 20 years, Morris Brown College in Atlanta has regained its accreditation. A spokesperson with the historically black institution and liberal arts school made that announcement yesterday. The Transnational Association of Christian Colleges and Schools accredited Morris Brown. This comes after the school lost federal funding in 2002 after financial mismanagement. Accredited colleges allow students to receive federal financial aid. Also, student degrees will be recognized by other schools and employers. In election news this morning, we're now less than a month away from the primary, and as candidates gear up for May 24th, some are taking to the debate stage to try to gain voter support. That includes two of the main candidates in the GOP primary for governor. Tomorrow night, Governor Brian Kemp and former U.S. Senator David Perdue will meet in Savannah for the second of 3 debates. It's happening at our CBS affiliate, WTOC, and starts at 7 p.m. The candidates recently debated in Atlanta. Hot topics included crime, building an electric truck plant in Georgia, and the outcome of the 2020 presidential election. And Houston County voters will see a few races on their ballots next month. That includes 2 county commission seats up for grabs and 2 spots on the Board of Education. 13 WMAZ and Robins Regional Chamber hosted a forum last night with the candidates in those races. If you missed it, don't worry, you can still catch it on TV. On 13 WMAZ this Sunday, you can watch the commission race part of the forum. That's for posts 2 and 4. We'll air that from noon until 1. The following Sunday, May 8th, we'll air the forum with the Board of Education candidates for Districts 2 and 6. That will also happen from noon to 1. Well, Central Georgia's economy could get some beefing up. Jack Link's announced it's coming to Perry and bringing hundreds of jobs with it. The beef jerky company says this is their largest project yet, and Governor Brian Kemp says this is the largest rural economic development announced this year. Kemp, along with former Governor and Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue, Jack Link's executives, and the company's mascot all broke ground on the soon-to-be 120-acre plant. The company says they looked at more than 30 cities around the country and chose the site off Perry Parkway. The development, dubbed Project Birdcage, is set to be a $450 million investment. The company says the plant will bring at least 800 jobs.
A lot of payroll. We're going to need a lot of great engineers and highly skilled people.
This is a natural fit, knowing this company, knowing these folks. This is an amazing family business that exemplifies the American dream.
Jack Link says their beef jerky plant will be up and running in Perry by late next year. And from beef jerky to chicken sandwiches, people in Warner Robins will soon welcome a new Chick-fil-A. The Watson Boulevard location recently closed, but don't you worry, the nuggets will be flowing again tomorrow. That's when the spot on Russell Parkway opens up. Robins Regional Chamber plans to host a ribbon cutting for it at 11 a.m. The time is now 6:38. Not a bad way to celebrate a Thursday tomorrow. Head on over to a new Chick-fil-A. Check it out.
I think that we need to send TJ out there and go see the Chick-fil-A in the morning and then bring us back.
Biscuits. Yes.
You saw where I was going with that.
I saw the wheels turning and I was following.
Love some good Chick-fil-A, especially in the morning. It's never too early for Chick-fil-A, especially, gosh, their breakfast is so good.
I know, with a nice hot cup of coffee this morning.
Yes, a nice, and that's the key word, a hot cup of coffee, because it is quite chilly this morning. This is the part of the show where we all start getting hungry, and I tell Caitlin all the time, my stomach's growling. And if you ask Caitlin, I'm surprised that y'all have never heard my stomach growl in my microphone before, because it gets quite loud. All right, when I'm hungry, everyone. But yeah, this morning, definitely something to keep you warm, because it is cooler out there as our cold front is now out of the way. This front, of course, what brought us some isolated showers and thunderstorms yesterday afternoon. And if you were out after any of those showers and storms rolled through, you know just how muggy it was. It was so steamy yesterday. And I have good news to report this this morning. Now that I am back, I have brought the nicer weather with me. Today is going to be stunning, and that's thanks to our cold front out of the way, but also high pressure filtering in behind it. The way this rotates clockwise like that, that's going to give us a northerly wind, and to our north, we have, of course, drier air. That's because, of course, land drier than water, but also some cooler air. These colors up here, those are frost advisories and freeze warnings. So the air to our north, very cold, and that's what we're under the influence of this morning. Now, don't get me wrong, we aren't in frost advisory criteria, but it is several degrees cooler, especially if you're north of Macon. So places like Dublin, where it is just a stunning start to the day, you are still pretty much on par where you were yesterday temperature-wise, but what you're going to notice is that humidity. That's a lot lower. 55 right now in the city of Dublin, dew point in the mid 40s. So there's that lower humidity that's just making it feel so comfortable as you step out the door. But personally, 55 to me, light jacket probably not a bad idea for the start of the day. Now, if you're north of Macon, that cooler air already starting to spill in and really make its presence. So you're in the mid 40s in some spots. We're at 46 in Monticello and in Thomaston, 48 in Forsyth, 49 in Macon, 50 in Warner Robins, 55 down in Cordele, and 54 in Wrightsville. So most of us are in the upper 40s and low 50s, but we have a few rogue mid 40s and also a few upper 50s out there. Nonetheless, a beautiful morning that will lead to a beautiful day. By lunchtime, temperatures in the low 70s. We'll have wind out of the north 5 to 10 with gusts as high as 15. So if you can head outside for lunch today, maybe head to one of our parks and just get a walk in. It's really going to be a wonderful day for it. And temperatures today will climb into the upper 70s. Now today is going to be cooler than average, but that's not going to be the case as we head through the next 6 to 10 days. So you go beyond the 7-day a few days, you average all those numbers, we're looking quite warm, and that will be the case as we head through the rest of this week. Today will be in the upper 70s, but with high pressure and control, that'll kick off a warming trend. But unfortunately, that's going to come with some higher humidity. As this pushes off the coast, wind will pull in off of the Atlantic coast and then eventually straight south as we head into Friday. That's going to pull in some more moisture, also some warmer air, and allow for maybe a couple of showers on Friday. I have us at a 10% coverage. Here's a look at those warmer temperatures though. Low 80s tomorrow, Friday. We're near 90 by Sunday. Going to be another very warm one, but unfortunately, that higher heat also going to come with some higher humidity as we do, again, pull in that wind off of the coast. So we'll have more moisture, also a warmer air mass. And so we'll be very comfortable through Friday. But once we head into the weekend, dew points will go into more of that humid range, unfortunately. You pair the heat of the day with the higher humidity, that's going to bubble up showers and storms. We're going to head into quite the summer-like pattern through the weekend. So if you have any weekend plans, just be sure that if thunder starts to roll on through or thunderstorms start to roll on through, you head indoors. We'll be dry today and tomorrow, and then we'll be summer-like all the way through the weekend with afternoon showers and storms and highs in the mid to upper 80s.